Hi everyone, and welcome to this very special and hopefully incredible, awesome Blu-ray update for April 20th, 2016. Now this year we are celebrating the 50th anniversary of Star Trek. I've been a fan of Star Trek for a very long time, thanks to what I'm going to talk about today. But my introduction to Star Trek was, I remember watching my dad watch my mom watching the reruns on television. And then, of course, I'm going to talk about what I'm going to talk about very soon. This was my true introduction to Star Trek, what I'm about to share with you. But before I continue, if you are a Star Trek fan, it is a great day to be a Star Trek fan because it is actually George Takei's birthday. So happy birthday, Captain Sulu. Oh my gosh, perfect timing. I wasn't planning that at all. I had purchased these Blu-rays about a week ago or so, but now that I'm doing the Blu-ray update and it's 420, and I checked and I was like, oh my gosh, it's actually his birthday today, so that's just awesome. I'm happy to be sharing my love of Star Trek on his birthday. So happy birthday, George Takei. He's awesome, and I love following him on Twitter and Facebook and any social media. I really love the guy, so happy birthday to George Takei. Okay, so of course I'm going to talk about the Star Trek movies. I have these two new editions that I picked up about a week ago. Here are the first 6 original films with the original cast, and here are the final 4 films from the only 4, of course, of the Generation cast. Now, I'll be honest with you, I have seen every episode and the animated episodes of the original cast. I saw them after I saw Star Trek 2009, but sadly I can, thanks to Netflix, but sadly I still have not seen any episodes of The Next Generation in their entirety. I know I need to repent and hopefully watch them someday. But I'm not a Trekkie, I'm not a Trekker, I'm just a casual fan of Star Trek. And in 2013, I actually had the opportunity to work with the Nimoy family on a music video. You can check it out. It's on my YouTube. For the grandson, Jonah Nimoy, a music video for him that was shot by his father, Adam Nimoy, who, of course, is the son of Leonard Nimoy. Rest in peace, Leonard Nimoy. We love you. We miss you. And there's a documentary coming about that, too. Not from me, of course, but from Adam and the Nimoy family. You can look forward to that, hopefully coming up, hopefully very soon. I think it just premiered at the Tribeca Film Festival. I'm looking forward to seeing that film. I actually contributed to that on Kickstarter. So I picked these up at Best Buy recently, and I want to talk about them and share my feelings. These are really, these original films were really my introduction to Star Trek, even though casually I was watching the TV show. But I did see these films. I've seen all 10 of these movies right here. And I do love 2009 and 2013 Star Trek by J.J. Abrams, and I'm looking forward to Star Trek Beyond, directed by Justin Lin. I love the cast. I love the new cast, and I don't care that... I just don't care, but I love it. Okay, so anyways, all right. Here, let's talk about, of course, Star Trek first. Star Trek, the first 6 films. Okay, so this is a nice slipcover. I just love these slipcovers. These editions, I think, are from like the 2000s, but the new packaging's in celebration of the 50th anniversary, and I love the artwork right there. Just some really great artwork on the front and on the back, and telling you all the ratings for all the films. I think pretty much all these films are rated PG, but I think the first one, it has a director's cut, so it's not rated, but it probably would be rated PG. So here we go, Star Trek 1 through 6. Let's talk about it. Here's the nice Blu-ray right here, of course. I'll open it up and show you inside. I love the packaging right here, and of course right here they give you all the credits and a little description of what the movie's about, when the movie came out, the rating of the film, how long it is, who directed it, and all that stuff. And of course, Leonard Nimoy directed a few movies, I believe. 1, 2, yeah, I directed a couple movies. We'll get into that. Let's get into that. Let's open it up and show you inside. All right, so here comes the depressing part. Especially if you're a fan of artwork. None of these discs have any artwork. None of these. So, okay, first we have Star Trek Motion Picture. Now, I had seen all the 2 through 6 before I had ever seen Star Trek. I didn't see Star Trek, the original motion picture, because my parents didn't really like it, so we never really watched it. They didn't own it. They weren't a fan of the original film. So I didn't see Star Trek, the motion picture, until the 2000s. A friend of mine, I think, let me borrow it, and I walked away going, That was a good movie. Yeah, it's not really an action movie, but it's really interesting. And I actually like, and I think I've only seen the director's cut of Star Trek The Motion Picture, and I would like to see that movie in the theater. So I like this film. I think it's a good film. Not a great introduction as a movie series, but a good one. Now let's talk about Wrath of Khan. Now, Wrath of Khan was the first Star Trek movie I ever saw, of course. My parents got it, that one and Search for Spock, for Christmas. And I still have the VHS cassettes somewhere over there. Still have those. I'm glad I still have those. Wrath of Khan, to me, is the greatest Star Trek movie ever made. And there'll be none that ever come out. I don't think any other film will ever come out that'll beat Star Trek, The Wrath of Khan. Even the new ones. I love the new ones, but nothing will beat Wrath of Khan. And it's the best one in the series of 6 films that the original cast did. I just love this. And I've seen it in the theater. I actually saw it in the theater back in 2007 for the first time. And I hope to talk about it more if I ever get a chance to see it again in the theater. Let's talk about Search for Spock. Search for Spock is the one that was directed by Leonard Nimoy. And of course, he directed the follow-up to that one as well. Search for Spock is a good movie. I like it. I love Christopher Lloyd in the film, and I want to see it in the theater, and I'll talk more about it. But I think it's a really good sequel to Part 2. It's nowhere near Wrath of Khan, but there's some really good, interesting things that happen in that film, and I like it. I grew up watching it. I watched both of those back-to-back year after year. In 1986, when The Voyage Home came out, my grandmother, who passed away in 2010, but in 1986, she took me and my brother to see The Voyage Home. The Voyage Home is incredible. It's hilarious. It has great comic timing. Great story. I love the fish out of water story. It is clearly my second favorite Star Trek movie of all time. Just completely entertaining and captures the 80s so well. Does a perfect job. Nothing can match it. But I do love fish out of water stories, and it's one of the best ones. And it's so. I think about it right now, and it's how funny it is. Then, sadly, in 1989, we had The Final Frontier, directed by William William Shatner, of course, who plays Captain Kirk. And he really tried to make a movie. I didn't see this in the theater. I didn't see this until probably in the mid-90s, because I just heard so many bad things about it. Even as a kid, 1989, when I was excited about Batman and Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade and whatever else was coming out in 89, Lethal Weapon 2. You know, I watched it and I've watched this as an adult, like within the last 10 years. This movie sucks. Sorry. I have nothing more to say. So I don't know if I'll ever I'll just leave that in the case right there, or use it as a coaster. All right, let's talk about 1991, the final original cast. I saw this with my aunt and a bunch of cousins in the theater, and just had a blast. I love this Undiscovered Country. Just a great way to end this series. What more can you say? I love the Star Trek movies, and I think Undiscovered Country is just a great way to end the series with these guys. We love them so much, and then we move on to the Generation movies. So yeah, there you go. There's 1 through 6, and I'm so happy to have this. I'm glad I got it, and I think I got it for like $30. I think it was $30 at Best Buy, maybe less, the coupon. All right, Generation movies. These are the 4 films. I would tell you right now before I talk about these movies, I wish there was 5 and 6. Now, even 6 movies, it would have been nice. 6 movies would have been nice. Okay, so great artwork on this one, of course, includes the 4 films from the Generation films. And on the back, we got the first PG-13 ever Star Trek movies. We got 2 of them. So this gives you the ratings and stuff like that. Some nice pictures right here of the original cast. Again, I need to get up and go watch the Generations. I really need to watch it. But I like these movies for the most part. So let's talk about them. All right, so here's the same artwork right here. And it shows you who made when the film came out, what the rating is, who made it, and all that stuff right there. A little bit of the synopsis for each of the films. All right, so let's talk about Generations. Here's Generations from 1994. I didn't see this until it was on video, and I would say I liked it. I watched it as an adult. I like it. Lots of issues. But I thought it was a decent film. Nothing too spectacular, but a decent one. And if I ever see it in the theater again, maybe I'll go in more detail, but I think it's okay. It's good. And then we have First Contact. Sadly, I wish all these discs had artwork, but here's First Contact right here. Right here. This is the best Star Trek movie from the Generation series. I think this is just it's just a really great story. Great special effects, great story, great use of the entire cast. I love the Borgs. I hope I'm saying that right. I love this film. A great score by Jerry Goldsmith, who would also go on to write the scores for the next films as well. So it's great score. I don't know what I can say. It's a brilliant film. Brilliant science fiction movie. Then we have Insurrection, which came out in '98 right here. I didn't see this one in the theater. I wasn't really too excited about, so I kind of skipped out on it. I did see it later in the 2000s, and I would say it's okay. And I would like to revisit, and maybe I'll like it more or like it less. So now that I have it on Blu-ray, I'll check it out and see if I actually like it anymore. And finally, we have Nemesis, which I did go to it was at the time, I think it was called the Man Chinese Theater. Now it's Grauman's Chinese Theater again in Hollywood, with a bunch of friends who are really into Star Trek. They didn't dress up or anything, but I think they were wearing T-shirts, and they were really excited. And I was excited too, because it was PG-13, and we didn't know this, but this movie has Tom Hardy in it, who of course would go on to have a great career. But at the time, we didn't know that in 2002 when this movie came out. Who was Tom Hardy? I don't know who the hell that guy was. But I think this one I remember liking it. I remember enjoying it. I thought it was good. I haven't seen it since 2002, so I'm glad to have this one in my collection and give it another shot, give it another chance. But I remember enjoying it and seeing it in the theater, but nothing will compare to First Contact. That movie, I saw that in '96, and I'm still like thinking about it. I really enjoyed it. And it's been a while since I've seen that one. It's probably been a few years, and I need to watch First Contact again. But this is exciting to have all of these on Blu-ray. First time having these on Blu-ray and these nice packaging for, fans of Star Trek or just casual fans like myself of Star Trek. So, in the comment box below, please share your opinion about Star Trek. Do you love it? Do you hate it? What is your favorite? What is not your favorite? What is your least favorite, I should say, of the Star Trek movies? But these are just great editions. I think I got this. This one was for $20, and I think this one was $30. So $50 for the entire movie series of the original and the generation cast of Star Trek. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I wish you everyone a long life, happy life, and I'll see you very, very soon on my next video. Goodbye, my friends, and peace always be with you till the end and forever. Bye! Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and share this video. And also, please check out these amazing movie websites. And if you enjoyed this review, please click here to subscribe to my channel, and also please check out all my recent reviews right here on YouTube. Have a great day, live film, find peace, happiness, and harmony in anything and everything you do, and I'll talk to you at my next movie review.